Well, boys, the competition just got real. Ram got us. So the 2019 Detroit Auto Show just ended, and there's a lot of cool things announced. And probably one of the coolest things, at least pertaining to us guys, the diesel guys, is the 2020 Ram Heavy Duty. And it's 1,000 foot-pound of torque that's going to be bringing into the table, which is going to be class leading. It's going to be Ford, GM. It's going to be pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited about it. I love Ford. That's what my truck is, but I'm not a brand loyalist. I'm not a fanboy. I like pretty much all the trucks out there, and I wouldn't mind driving any of them. Well, maybe except the 2020 Silverado. That thing, yeah, no. But other than that, I think that Ford is definitely gonna come back with something to at least 1,000, probably even more, because Ford is very competitive. They like having the crown. They like being on top. So I definitely think the Ford is gonna come out in a couple of years with something more powerful. They still have the most horsepower in the class at 450. So we still have that, and we definitely still have the looks. Now I think that the 2020 Cummins is gonna be a great looking truck, but it's still just the second best looking truck. In my opinion, Ford has the best looking truck. Now it's gonna be Ram, and the Silverado is like way down. I think most of you guys can agree with me that the new Silverado, the 2020, is gonna be pretty ugly. I definitely don't like it. There's not a lot. I don't like the profile. I don't like the front view, the side view, the mirrors. It's just, nah, I don't like it. But now back to the Cummins. There's gonna be two power levels. There's gonna be kind of like as it is right now. There's gonna be the standard power level, which is gonna be 370 horsepower and 850 foot-pounds of torque, which is it's a lot. I mean, for a production engine, that's a lot. But the big numbers come with the heavy duty, and that's gonna be 400 horsepower and 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. And just think about it, guys. That's crazy. A truck right out of the factory, stock, that makes 400 horsepower and 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. That's just insane. Like, even trying to get this truck to those numbers takes a lot. And once you get it to those numbers, your reliability and your drivability goes way down. So it's crazy that now you can have a truck. You can go to the dealer and buy a truck that's at that level. And they did a lot of things to get it to that level and to keep it reliable. So this is going to be the 5th generation, right? Now, me personally, and actually the cab and the bed are still pretty much a carryover from last generation, but the whole front end, the chassis, and the engine, transmissions, everything got reworked, which is, and the interior. The interior is actually beautiful in that truck. Now, like I said, as far as the engine got a lot of upgrades on it. They got forged pistons and connecting rods. It got a new block as well, a compacted graphite iron block, which is supposed to be stronger and lighter. It got a new cylinder head with all upgraded valve train on it. It also had got a new turbo. Well, an upgraded turbo, I believe it's bigger, and they had what they claim is the biggest intercooler that they've ever had in one of the trucks to help keep that those temps down, those CGTs down. Okay, now as far as transmissions go, there's going to be just 2 options now. There used to be 3, but they dropped the manual, which is a huge blow to all of us truck guys. Everybody loves the manuals, but nobody buys them, so that's why they're cutting them. They're no longer going to be available, and now you won't be able to find any truck with the manual transmission. They're all going to be automatics, which, I mean, honestly, if I was me, I love manual. This truck's a manual, but if I was buying a new truck, honestly, I don't think I would go with the manual. I'd probably go automatic. And the 2 automatic options that are left are carryovers. They're the Aisin and the 68 RFE, which both got significant upgrades to handle the power levels, as well as the transfer case got upgrades, and differentials. Pretty much everything got upgraded to be able to handle those massive torque numbers. Now the frame, like I said, everything got upgraded. So the frame got 99% high strength steel to make it obviously more rigid and lighter, as well as a bunch of other stuff got upgraded on it. One last thing on the engines. The 850 foot-pound torque engine will have a higher compression ratio at 19 to 1, while the 1,000 foot-pound truck will have a lower compression ratio at 16.2 to 1. So like I said, Ford's still class leading in horsepower. They're still at 450 horsepower, and I think they're gonna keep that. I think they'll, at least for the next couple of years, they'll still be the highest horsepower truck. And I really can't wait for the new generation of trucks to come out. Now, like I said, I still think it's the best looking truck, and but I will give it to Dodge. I think they got us in the interior too. The new interior for the new Dodges looks amazing. It looks beautiful. It looks very sophisticated, very elegant, and it has a lot of technology, just like the new Ford. But I do think that within the next few years, maybe by 2021, I'm sure we'll have the at least a redesigned Super Duty, which I think will look way better, and I believe the interior will be a lot better than all the other heavy duty trucks out there. Now, a few things that Ford is coming with here pretty soon will be a 7.3. Ford is bringing back the 7.3. Now, unfortunately, it's a gas engine, but I'm still pretty excited about it because while most trucks are going to smaller engines and all this stuff, even Ford has been doing that for a while. They went with the EcoBoost and all this other stuff. It makes me pretty happy knowing that they're bringing back such a big engine, especially a 7.3. Now, I know it's gas. I know it has nothing related to this beast right here, but it's still pretty cool. And I would actually love to own one. Now, if I was gonna buy a new truck, I would probably buy a 6.7 Power Stroke, because like I said, it's my favorite truck out of the new trucks. And if I did have the money to like splurge on one, I would wait for like the 2021 or whenever the new Super Duties come out and probably get that. And I think it would be pretty cool getting a dually. Those things are pretty sweet. But now, how cool would it be having a single cab, long bed, now F250, F350 with the 7.3 gas, and kind of have both 7.3s. I think that would be pretty cool. And if I ever get the opportunity to do that, I would love to. Now, I think that 7.3 is going to be pretty powerful. I think it's probably going to have around 425 to 450 horsepower and somewhere around 500 and 550 foot-pounds of torque, which will be way more than what this thing came with. Now, talking about big gas engines, Ram has been talking about, or there has been some talk around Ram with them coming out with the 7-liter Hemi. To be honest, I don't know much about it, but I think it's gonna be pretty good, and I do hope that they come out with it. Now, I believe that probably the 7-liter Hemi is probably gonna be a redesign of the 6.4 Hemi that they already have, unlike Ford's new 7.3, which to my knowledge is an all-new engine. So, like I said, I'm pretty excited about those two engines. I still think that Ram will continue to be doing really good. They're definitely going down the right path. They're listening to their customers. They have been really improving their trucks, starting with the 4th generation trucks. They looked really good. The interiors have been getting awesome, which is one thing that everybody complained about the Rams, their interiors. So they're really stepping up their game with that. They're bringing all the power to the table. But despite that, like I said, if I was to buy a new truck, I would definitely wait for the new Fords, or I would actually buy one of the new Fords right now, even though Ram's coming out with the 1,000 foot-pounds of torque and all that stuff. I would still rather have a new Ford. And like I said, I'm not a fanboy, but I just really like those trucks. I think they look great. I'm definitely really excited to see the 7.3. I can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait to see its power figures. I believe it's gonna be mated to the 10-speed automatic, so it should be not that bad on gas. So yeah, definitely excited for that. And one last cool piece is Ford just announced that they'll be making an all-electric truck. Not excited for it, don't really care for it, but they're trying to stay competitive in this market. They don't want to let anyone take anything from them, so that's pretty cool. So they have a full electric truck and a hybrid truck, so kudos to them. And probably my second favorite thing that got announced on the Detroit Auto Show was the GT500. That thing is bad. I love it, and I think if I could afford a new truck and a new car, I would probably buy a new Super Duty and that car, because that thing is just, I can't wait for it to come out, and I think it's gonna own anything out there on the road. Okay, but that's basically gonna be it for this video. A little bit different. Never really done anything like this, but I want to see what you guys thought about it. So now let me know what you guys think about all these new trucks, these new cars, and what was your favorite piece of news from the Detroit Auto Show. Anyways, that was it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.